Good afternoon. Thank you for joining me today on Follow the Turtle, Educate Yourself. It's been a long and quick summer, and today our topic is going to be compound isolation, since we are getting back into some events that we need to take precedence in our lives. The thing I want you to know today about isolation is that it affects us physically as well as mentally. So it's not good for us to be isolated. And we all know that brain injury is an isolating injury. People tend to pull away, or we pull away. Also, we know that COVID is causing a lot of isolation from friends and family. So mixed with brain injury, we have the ingredients for the perfect storm. And I'm going to try to tell you today about some things that you need to know about isolation. The first thing is that you are not weird wanting to be around others. You are totally on track, wanting to be with others. So don't feel guilty and don't feel selfish. As humans, we are born with this innate need to be around friends and family. We want to feel connected and useful and liked and appreciated. So those things are normal, even though brain injury and COVID both are causing isolation. The second thing I wanted to tell you is that to know that isolation is very common in brain injury. It is not good for us. And now that we have COVID, we are doubly isolated. And I've heard some people say that now the general public knows how it feels to have a brain injury, because everybody is undergoing this same problem of isolation. The third thing I want to tell you is I know we are supposed to be socially distant, but that does not mean unsocial, to be unsocial for your life. It is just to protect you. And I've got about 10 different things to tell you about that can help you be social. And a lot of these you can do by yourself, but it's better to go ahead and try to be involved as much as possible. The first thing is to reach out to someone else. You can phone, you can FaceTime on Facebook, you can do a Zoom meeting if you don't have to do that. A friend of mine taught me how to do the FaceTime. And so usually we talk to each other at least once or twice a week. And sometimes we just end up playing phone tag. So at least we know the other one is there. The second thing I want to tell you about, and this is just a week old. It began September 1st, 2021. And the Brain Injury Association and Cardinal Innovations and Heinz Feed Farms in Hunterville all merged together to provide these daily episodes on the Brain Injury Association website for things that can be meaningful to you. There are sounds like there's exercise programs. There's just different daily things that you can do through this website. And believe me, this is huge. I can remember sitting home days wishing I had something to do. And now, finally, everybody in the state can do something on the computer or your smartphone. So it's finally arrived so that we can all, as brain injury survivors, have something to do. A third thing is that you can read a book and you can do one that you started, and you can pick a brand new one. And if reading bothers your eyes, you can get audiobooks. And you need to do that probably through your library. A man I know used to get ebooks because of his vision. And they were sent to his home and he listened to them and then sent them back. And it was an easy fix for a real bad problem. Also, I am in a cognitive rehab book club, and it has been quite beneficial. It is just a small, very small group that can participate because of money. And one of the books we read was about two men that ended up in Texas. And another book that I'm reading is about the marine life of a troop that went into Afghanistan. So both of these books are giving me a chance to travel, one to Texas, and now I'm about to enter Kuwait. One thing you can do is look at historical documentaries online. You can look at YouTube. You can find movies on Netflix, fictional history. There's just all kinds of things, and that helps you travel and get your mind off of your daily having to wait for things or life being interrupted by things like brain injury. You can work puzzles, and this is good for cognitive function, and it helps you with your dexterity. And if you have a picture of a place that you're putting together, say, for instance, the Eiffel Tower, then that could provide some sort of sense of traveling to France. Another thing that you can do is word puzzles and word games and math puzzles, and I do that stuff on my phone. And it really does take up some time, and it really is causes me to really think a lot about what I'm doing and trying to figure out things. You can have something called a socially distant picnic. You get a group of people that you want to meet with, and everybody wears their mask, takes hand sanitizer, brings their own lunch and their own chair, and sit 6 feet apart, and you're outdoors with friends and talking and laughing and carrying on and just having a good time. I will warn you, though, if you want to use a shelter, you better check with the park and see if they will let you use that, because a lot of times they will rent those shelters out, and you don't want to get in any problems that way. Another item you can do is learn a new skill. You can learn to knit. You can learn to play a musical instrument. You can listen to music and sing songs along with the recording. Or if you have another friend that plays guitar, you can get together on a platform like Zoom and play music together. And my friend plays, and we're looking for some way to kind of get that music out of that person and helping to benefit other people. There's some more things. There's an exercise program as well as a music program, and both of those are on the Brain Injury Association website. They're listed under Thriving Survivors. There are 4 different activities that you can do every day. One is exercise, one is music, one is drums, and then there is, all of those are at 1 o'clock in the afternoon each day. One of them is at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, and that is about meditation. So you can do that. So I've already told you about all the different things that are happening every day. And my advice to you is to not get too overwhelmed. You can't do them all. There's just so much to pick from. There are support groups. There are all these groups I've told you about. You have to pick what you like. And I will tell you, there is a statewide support group, and it is just that. It is statewide. So we have a lot of people that are even out of the state coming to that group. And you can always call the Brain Injury Association for information on how to do some of these things if you have trouble, and we'll be glad to help you. So I'm going to stop talking about social compound isolation, and I'm going to tell you to call the Brain Injury Association at 1-919-833-9634. Or you can go on our website at www.BIANC.net. And there is a plethora, as I've just told you, of things for you to do and be involved with. And one thing I want to plug right before I leave is that I recently read of something that a group is doing in honor of 911. And I know this is after 911, but you could still do it to honor these people that died. And there were about 3,000. So instead of taking 10,000 steps a day, take 3,000 steps a day. Go for a little walk to commemorate the loss of the people in 911. So with that, I'm going to close. I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you again in October. Bye for now.